It was just me that would be sharing something, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of love shown from the moment one day he found out about the event, so I'm real excited to hear him. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Anointed Head!
Thank you. Peace, y'all. Good evening. How y'all doing? My name is Noelle Figueroa, the Anointed Pen. You guys can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Clubhouse. This is my very first time here at this venue, but I've been to Plainfield before performing. I am the host of the Poets for Purpose Poetry Workshop, and I also host a podcast called the PWP Sessions, where I interview poets. So if you're a poet interested in being interviewed, just contact me on social media and we can set something up. I'm resuming interviews next month, beginning of September, so feel free to reach out if you're interested. Now, this is a brand new poem, and this is the first time I'm performing it. It's called The Other F Word. I forgive you, and I forgive me. Now, when do I start to feel again? I forgive you, and I forgive me. So now, when do I start to feel again? Oh, that F word, which seems to be just as much of a curse word like the other curse word, which we're all familiar with. Because it's easy to need it, but harder to give it. But God says, forgive others as I have forgiven you. We can't be in right standing with God and not with our fellow man. Of course, we don't always want to forgive, but we have to. Forgiveness is for you, not the person who wronged you. And you can't do it in your own strength. So I forgive you and I forgive me. So do I now start to feel again? If I hate you, now what does that do? So I have to breathe in and count to 10. The pain of what happened is real and our emotions are valid. How do we get through being disrespected and mishandled? How do you recover from the loss of respect and trust? Forgiveness doesn't mean to act like it never happened. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're letting the other person off the hook. It means giving the situation to God and letting God handle it. It means not allowing the situation to make you bitter and full of resentment. It means giving yourself freedom from the situation, taking comfort knowing that God will redeem you. So I forgive you and I forgive me. Now do I start to feel again? If I hate you, what will that do? So I breathe in and I count to 10. Oh, that F word, which seems to be just as much of a curse word, like that other curse word which we're all familiar with, because it's easy to need it, but harder to give it, because it never feels good to be wrong. It never feels good to be played for a fool. It never feels good to be taken advantage of. But if anger consumes us, we will miss out on our blessings that God can pull from the situation. Oh, that F word, the word that's easy to say, but hard to do, forgive. So I forgive you and I forgive me for not seeing the red flags, for not listening to my heart, for not listening to God when he warned me, for the disrespect that I let slide one time too many, for not seeing that you were taking advantage of my kindness sooner. I choose to forgive, I choose to release, I choose to be healed. Because the lights are on and I'm coming home and I'm coming back with a new heart in my hand because I forgive you. Thank you.
Keep it going.